welcome to the Goldline U.S. Open Contender, live from Blaine, Minnesota. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is live curling that you are watching right now on your screen. We are battling through pandemic times and trying to figure out how to put together the best viewing and, while at the same time creating a safe experience for the curlers here in Minnesota. We've got Riley Fenson curling out of Chaska, Minnesota. I know the Fenson family is all out of the Bemidji area, so I'm sure there's a number of people watching and following from up there. Of course, Connor Kaufman, I'm a little less familiar with this team. Both these teams, I believe, are still of the junior age. Junior teams playing this weekend at the U.S. Open Contender. And of course, the Contender is set up as a qualifying event for the U.S. Open. Typically, it would restrict the field to teams ranked, I believe, 80th and higher on the World Team Rankings, which allows for other opportunities to get into the main event. But due to the pandemic, restrictions have been limited a little bit here. So we are waiting on an update from the score from the second end here. We are now playing third end. We have Fenson throwing red stones, Connor Kauffman throwing the yellow stones. My name's Jerry Gertz of Curling Zone. I'll be joining you for most of the weekend, bringing you as much coverage as possible. We do have 4 draws today, 6 draws tomorrow, and then the playoffs are coming up on Sunday. We'll be working on trying to bring you a number of different commentators to bring some new voices to the table. The great thing about technology these days, we could bring commentators from anywhere in the world. We set them up on our Zoom call, bring in the voices, and they'll be able to watch and commentate along at the same time. You'll see here one sweeper on the rock. Other sweeper is assisting in timing and judging. Players are required to wear masks in the facility, both in the warm room and on the ice, as you see here. So all players masked up from throwing to sweeping to standing around on the ice. On the Fenson team, we've got Riley Fenson calling the game, skipping, throwing last rocks. Sam Strauss out of Midland, Michigan, throwing third stones. Eli Clausen from the East Coast. the younger brother of Hunter Clausen, throwing second stones, and of course Trevor Marquardt running out the lineup, throwing lead stones. The Kaufman team, this lineup is relatively new to me. The Kaufman name is known in U.S. curling, so just trying to track down whether there's a relationship there or not. Aiden Oldenburg, Nick Soto at second, and Jake Thurston throwing the lead stones. Last of the third stones here for Team Fenson. Draw just slides a little bit deep behind the tee line into the back 12 area. Leaves an opportunity for Team Kaufman to draw one around. Looks like we do have an update here. Sorry, Kaufman leading 3-0 now. 2 in the second, steal a 1 in the third. Just a little bit of struggles here out of the defensive side to start. First couple ends. Opportunity here for skip Connor Kaufman to try and bury one around the center guard, but he's a little heavy as well. See that coming up here. Working on delays and streams and just trying to call this game from the right window here. See this one slide a little heavy. Fenson comes short on this draw. It does block off that middle path, so it's going to force Kaufman to go around that corner guard, try and bury and hide a stone. This is Kaufman's last shot here in the third end. Has a 3-0 lead after scoring 2 and stealing a point in the third end. Looking to put this draw around the corner guard. Certainly early season rust is going to be in play here. We do have 2 junior contenders here from the United States. Kaufman in the hack, throwing his last stone here in the third end. marker's just standing back on it. Oh, it's going to become real close to that red rock. Just does slide heavy through the rings. Kaufman fortunate there. They did not make contact with Fenson's red rock on the center. But it does leave an opportunity for Fenson to try and make that split. The ice here. I'm going to try and make this curl a little bit. To catch enough of that top red one. The one goes in. The rolling rock is spinning. Looks like he makes the split for 3. Great shot there by Riley Fenson. We will confirm the final score here in the third end. Looks like 3, looks like a tie game here. And it is confirmed, 3 on the board for Riley Fenson. Slips into the rings. Looks like. Probably be predicting a few of these calls as we go, just trying to make sure I'm watching the right video screen here. Of course, we are slightly delayed, picking up the feed out of Blaine, working on switching cameras, helping support this event here all week. Looking forward to adding some commentators as we go as well. We've got Jake Thurston throwing lead stones here for Team Kaufman. Gonna play the hit and roll here. Trying to get this rock off that center line. Fortunately for Kaufman, the nose hit comes out. It does appear that if Fenson can make the nose hit here, they'll be outside the rings and as a center guard. The hit, the roll to the side. Pierce Kaufman's looking at the nose hit here, trying to see if nosing it will keep them out as a corner guard at the same time as well. We certainly really appreciate everybody tuning in. We are working out all our technical issues as we go here. We are watching opening draw of the 2020 Goldline U.S. Open Contender from Blaine, Minnesota. We will be picking up this coverage, working on enhancing it, and helping bring some live commentary to help support the amazing coverage that is going on in Blaine, Minnesota right now with the Four Seasons Curling Club. We've got 13 men's teams and 6 women's teams playing this weekend in the event. Blaine, of course, is suburbs of the Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota. It is in the north end of the cities. Brand new facility, probably in the 5 to 10 years old range now. And just an amazing facility that brings curling to the Twin Cities. Be following along with your questions in the chat as well. Curlers are wearing masks full-time on the ice here in Blaine. The numbers in the United States have been a challenge, though Minnesota itself has done pretty well and is similar to a lot of other regions that are managing to slowly open up their businesses, and of course curling comes along with that. The opportunity for these teams to get on the ice is important at the same time too. Even though there isn't anything really big to play for in the first half of the season, we're really trying to give teams the opportunity to get on the ice, get a feel, and get some normalcy back. Just playing is important as well in these players' development as well. For a number of these teams, they do have sponsors and other commitments that, if they're able to do so safely, can get back on the ice and play. Great sweep there by Trevor Marquardt, holding that red stone. Make the nose hit on the top yellow rock. Dangerous end here for the Fenson team. There are 2 yellows in the rings. Team Kaufman can get around this center guard here, get to the nose again, lie second and third. There is no double in the middle there as the 2 do jam. It's going to be real close around the center. Just touches it. Just a little bit late on anticipating that sweep call there. Really nice hard finish on the rocks, it appears here at the Four Seasons Curling Club. Fenson looking to draw down to the back yellow, but just real light in that spot. Just didn't get the read that they were looking for. So this leaves the door open here for Kaufman to make another play on that red stone that is now pretty much wide open. You can see all of it. The guard in front of the rings there, still a bit of a nuisance. But at this point, if you wreck on that guard, you are rolling out. So the key here, you probably want to hit about 3/4 on the inside. Try and roll this shooter underneath. Sit 2 buried and leave Fenson a real tough shot on his last. Obviously, here in this situation, nose hit is an acceptable result. You're able to just hit it on the nose. There is no double there, as the double does jam. So you got to leave the option here. Make sure you hold it. Looks like that was the call in the end. Hit it on the nose. So now Fenson's going to try and attempt that draw around the outside again. See if he can make the adjustment here. He threw this on his first shot. That's the high center guard that you can see there. He was trying to get to the back ring, so he was significantly short. But sometimes the ice is a little different in a new path, so this is the real test here, whether he can find his weight on the second attempt. This one appears to be out a fair bit wider, which can certainly affect the weight as well. Trying to get this as far in as possible. Try and cut down the damage. Looks like Kaufman still lies 2. They are eyeing up a potential double here for 4. The other option, draw full 8-foot for 3 points. Still talking about this shot here. It's a big decision. You attempt this shot for 3. There's a couple different ways. Sorry, this shot for 4. There's a couple different options here. If you were ever to hit and roll to the inside, you could roll in for your 3rd point. So really, you got to make the option that you hit, nose, and you try and just catch the one in the back. If it over curls, you get the roll in, and you still score the 3. Team taking lots of looks here, but it looks like they're going to settle on the draw in the end. Playing it a little safe here. Last rock here of the 4th end. Team Kaufman looking to put a 3rd point on the board. They've got 2 in the 8-foot counting already. They need to be full 8-foot here. Going to need this to cross in order to roll in far enough for shot. And it looks like they roll just far enough. Like you can put 3 on the board here for Team Kaufman, taking a 6-3 lead here after 4 ends at the U.S. Open Contender, sponsored by Goldline. We will be right back. So 5th end, Team Kaufman leads 6-3, it appears. Just waiting for the final score to be hung up to officially confirm it. But big end for the Kaufman side there. Just waiting for that scoreboard update there yet. We are 6-3. Kaufman leading Fenson. We're playing the fifth end here. This is the Goldline U.S. Open Contender from Blaine, Minnesota. My name is Jerry Gertz of Curling Zone. I'll be joining you for much of the weekend, helping you pick up this coverage of this curling. Of course, we got a number of other games going on right now. We've got Daniel Casper taking on Stephen Imes, Kevin Tuma taking on Wesley Wendling, another battle of junior teams. I believe Tuma was the runner-up at the U.S. National Championships last year, the junior edition. Kim Rhyme taking on Megan Thompson in the women's event. Rachel Workin playing Madison Bear. And Christine McMakin taking on Delaney Strauss. A lot of the future of USA curling on the ice here. A number of under 21 and under 25 teams playing this weekend. With all those corner guards in play, Kaufman's got to continue staying aggressive. They're going to call the center guard here, protecting their shot stone in the rings. The key to this shot is to not come too deep and leave Fenson a chance to roll off that center guard and roll into the rings. Or try and chip his own tight corner over there into the rings. To have just held off far enough. The run back attempt there unfortunately misses the one in the rings. Also hit too thick, which leaves no chip on the red under the corner there. So back to Kaufman again. We're going to try and throw that center guard up again. Certainly looking at just trying to confirm lineups out here on the ice. That was Aiden Oldenburg throwing that center guard. Here's Aiden Oldenburg throwing fourth stones here for Team Kaufman.
Now I got it figured out. That's the last thing we played.
I know. Oldenburg played third with Daniel Murray in the U.S. Nationals last season, the Junior Nationals. The second, Seth Solo, appears to also have been on that team. Apologize for that camera switch. Looks like they tried to chip around. It just didn't curl quite enough. Bumped out into the open, and unfortunately for Team Fenson, nose hit, a little roll to the inside, and it's going to be real difficult to score here in the fifth end. This is last stone here for Team Kaufman. Aiden Oldenburg throwing the 4 stones. Attempt to hit and roll here, try and sit to undercover. Even just rolling half buried here would be amazing, just to block off that button. There really isn't going to be much of a shot here for Team Fenson if something as good is made. Sorry, Aiden Oldenburg curled with Seth Solo last year. Nick Soto is teammate this year. The Oldenburg team made up, or Kaufman team, Connor Kaufman, Aiden Oldenburg, Nick Soto, Jake Thurston. Last stone to come here for Team Fenson. Looking to dig out shot stone. Try and score a single point here in the fifth end. Sweepers are hard on it out of the hand. Sweeper, shall I say. Trevor Marquardt can't quite make something out of that. Been a tough day for Riley Fenson so far. Dropping a single point here. Team Kaufman steals one. We'll go up 7-3 now after 5 ends here at the Goldline U.S. Open Contender. back here, 6th end. Team Kaufman lead Jake Thurston. Throwing first stone into the rings here. 4-point lead with 3 ends to go. In a pretty good position here for the young team out of Minneapolis. It appears that Aiden Oldenburg is both calling the game and throwing 4 stones. Fortunately for Fenson, the corner guard slides into the rings. It's going to leave a hit for Team Kaufman to just remove that stone. Team Fenson looking for the corner guard again here. Second chance at it. 5 rock rule, meaning that this rock is also safe from being removed. So up goes the corner guard. Pierce Fenson is playing with 3 this weekend. Eli Clausen is from the East Coast, so quite possible that travel was more difficult for him, and the team has chosen to play with 3. I'm sure somebody in the comments can help keep us updated on this. I imagine a number of family members are following along and watching. We're always hoping to make sure we've got everything right here with names and everything. Just sort of working on this on the fly. We've got streaming here all weekend from the Goldline US Open Contender. We'll be working on trying to bring you a number of events this season. Amazing technology we have these days allows us to commentate, to bring us these events from away and not having to be on site. So COVID social distancing approved plans here so far. Oldenburg asking second Nick Soto to bring that 3rd stone of the end into the rings. Kaufman now line 2. It's going to leave that corner guard open here for Team Fenson to try and utilize it. Playing 3 means Trevor Marquardt lead stones will throw 3. Got Sam Strauss here, the sweeper on the stone, bringing this rock around. He'll throw the next 3, and then Skip Fenson will throw the last 2. Great shot there out of Marquardt. Leave the peel on the corner guard. makes it go away, and now Oldenburg here is going to ask. Sorry, this is Kaufman. Or sorry, Fenson. Sam Strauss throwing that corner guard back up again. This one slides a little bit deeper, is going to make the double on the 2 rocks on the outside there possible here for Team Kaufman. It's important to place these guards exactly where you want, because now the opportunity here for Kaufman is going to leave him a chance to make this double and then roll his shooter into the rings at the same time too. Just a little bit too deep there, as you see. Calling the game off the live screen again, as you see.
All the way, that's right, all the way.
Just a little too thin on the double attempt. Gets the top center guard. Does roll the shooter into the rings. Another attempt at this corner guard here for Sam Strauss. Wants to keep this one a little bit higher. Going to have another chance at this double here. Just hits it a hair too thin again. Another chance at the corner guard here for Team Fenson. This one a little bit higher, a little bit better. The key to throwing a higher stone is you end up forcing or potentially bringing the draw into play for the other team. And that's how you try and force a mistake in this situation. You really can't expect teams at this caliber to entirely miss the guard out front. So, you know, you're going to expect them to at least remove that stone. But with the draw, you can create a whole lot of opportunities. And as you see here now, Team Kaufman is going to go around. We're getting later in the end here, down to skip stones. Aiden Oldenburg throwing last stones here for Team Kaufman. Trying to get around that corner guard and dig out shots, dig out the red stone. As of right now, yellow does count one. Just a little too tight on that dig. Shooter rolls to the center for a center guard, but it is going to leave Fenson a chance to hit and lie to here. Fenson looking for the hit and roll. Trevor Marquardt hard on the sweep all the way, and the struggles continue for Riley Fenson. You can kind of just chalk this up to one of those games, beginning of the season, just not quite feeling it out there. It's kind of been a little bit of everything for Fenson here today. You know, a skilled player like this, this team is a contender to win the U.S. Junior Championships. You got to wonder, too, what playing with three is going to affect the team chemistry out there at the same time, too. So here we've got Aiden Oldenburg now going to throw the hit. Open rock here. Second last stone here at the sixth end. Fenson is lying one. But it is wide open right now. Aiden Oldenburg with the open hit here to try and lie three and potentially force Fenson into a shot for a single point here in the sixth. Looking like they need a little bit of a roll here. Definitely at least nose hit. And they may be playing a draw instead. Here's the signs of a veteran skip here. Young player looking to find his game. Facing three, drawing a piece of the forefoot here to score a single point. Looks pretty good out of the hand. Trevor Marquardt guiding it in. And there it is. Fenson finds the forefoot for a single point here in the sixth end. I think that in itself is a huge confidence boost for the young skipper. The team curls out of the Chaska Curling Club in Chaska, Minnesota. Originally out of the Bemidji area in northern Minnesota. Off and running here in the 7th end. Expecting to see double center guards out of the Fenson team here. It's sort of all in now. Down 3 without the hammer with 2 ends to go. Looks like an attempted tick shot to come here. Attempting to play this one across the face. Just curls a little bit too much. But great weight there by Leadstone Jake Thurston. Ends up in the house as a usable stone. Another attempt at the tick shot here coming for Team Kaufman. See if they can make the adjustment here. Fortunately, this one seems to be hanging out. And it's not going to do a whole lot to help the situation right now. Still going to leave a high center guard. The red rock that they were trying to move off the center is still in the middle, this time now moved into the top 12 foot. Fenson looking for the halfway center guard here. Looking real hard on the sweeping, right to the line, and just not over. Kaufman with the hammer here in the 7th end with a 3-point lead. For Fenson, a couple mistakes here means a missed opportunity to try and take advantage of the situation to try and get a steal. They're going to throw up another center guard and hopefully find a way to keep that middle closed down. Team Kaufman with the peel there. Looks like they crossed the face, weren't hoping to do so. They did take their own out on the side. Another shot at the peel here for Team Kaufman. A little wider on this one, but does pick the rock out clean. Just want to continue to eliminate stones here for the Kaufman side. They are lying shot in the middle there, so it's the Fenson side that's going to have to make a move at some point. Another center guard here. Got that high yellow guard there already. You want to think about maybe putting this guard around it, half to 3/4 buried, making it real hard for the Kaufman team to remove it. Well, then encouraging them to play something else. Maybe you can get a draw out of them. Maybe you'll get them to peel the high one into the other one and try and play the double peel, leaving your tighter guard closer to the rings. So the positioning of the stones certainly got the Kaufman side having a deeper discussion about what's going on here. Looks like they're going to settle on continuing to peel that middle one. That is the rock after all. That is the danger stone right now. So just peeling it, removing them from play. We'll still leave Kaufman in a good position here in the 7th end. Looks like it's time now for the Fenson team to go around the back stone. First skip stone here in the 7th end. It's time to make a move for the young team out of Chaska. Trying to use that top 12 stone like a guard here. The key here is getting this stone at least partially buried somewhere in the rings. Going deep behind the tee line is not a bad call in this situation, because if you can ever get them to come down and try and follow you, you may get a rub on that top yellow, and that's the type of mistake you need in order to try and get back in this game. Unfortunately, just comes up a little bit short, leaves it in the 12 foot on the top there. It's going to be a fairly routine hit here for Aiden Oldenburg, throwing 4 stones and calling the game for Team Kaufman. Call here appears to be nose hit. We'll keep that stone in the same spot. Ideally not create any kind of an overlap with your own stone that's already on the top of the 12 foot. That way, if Fenson was to draw another one underneath, you'd have 2 short run back options to use. Nice shot there by Oldenburg. So again, a bit of a Hail Mary last shot here at a Riley Fenson. Looking to hide something in the rings behind those rocks on the top of the rings. It seems they're having some further discussion at the far end here. Not sure he really likes the draw in this situation. So he's going to come back down and take another look. Really, when you're in this situation, you are in tough times already. You want to try and make the last shot for Team Kaufman as hard as possible. And you want to try and steal, so you're going to need to hide something here. I think they're looking at making some sort of a play on the top stones, but at the same time, it's just going to leave them sitting shot on the top of the 12-foot. Potentially drawing open side is another option, making Kaufman play against 2. Sorry. Not against 2. Can't quite hear what's going on here. So we'll see what they end up calling. There's also the potential for a tap on the red stone that's kind of buried around that high center guard. The tap looks like is the call in the end. to try and tap that rock into the 4-foot area. Try and get to as close to nose as possible here. Waiting for the curl here. A little bit more on the end from Marquardt here. This looks like a great shot out of Riley Fenson's hands. So last stone here, the 7th end from Aiden Oldenburg, throwing last stones and calling the game for Team Kaufman. Looking to draw a bigger piece of the 4-foot. Got Nick Soto here, inside sweeper on the stone. He's working hard to try and drag this in. Needs about half a stone in the 4-foot to count here. Really working hard on this, dragging it, and just not quite far enough. That is going to be a stolen point here for Riley Fenson. That will keep them in the game, sending this to the 8th end. Kaufman leads Fenson 7-5 here at the Goldline US Open Contender. We are streaming live from Blaine, Minnesota. I'm streaming out of the Curling Zone Studios in London, Ontario, Canada, picking up the feed here and working on bringing you this coverage all weekend. We're looking forward to pulling in commentators from all around the world to kind of bring you some insights into this wonderful game. We are just so happy to be able to be back with some curling on the ice and be able to think about something else for another time. We'll be right back. Back here with the 8th end, single point for Riley Fenson. They hold just enough of the 4-foot over Kaufman on the last stone to count a single point steal. Aiden Oldenburg looking for the tick shot here again. This one looks really good. Fenson working the sweep to the edge, and it just goes a little bit too far. So because that rock went out of play, it's free guard zone right now. That means these rocks cannot be removed from play. So what these teams attempt to do is play soft weight shots to move the rocks around. You want to move it off the center line, but because you can't remove it from play, you got to play it with a little bit more finesse. So Team Fenson here looking for another center guard. This rock will also not be allowed to be removed. So here's the situation, a little bit of a game strategy here for when you're down 2 without. You see the Fenson second guard there actually ends up as a corner guard. In reality, at this point, your end goal is to try and lie 3 in the rings. And I think this shot here is a mistake by the Kaufman team. Any kind of an attempted tick is very likely going to leave a third stone in play. So now this little miss here leaves Kaufman with their rock up as a corner guard on the outside. And now Fenson's got 2 corner guards on the other side to work with as well. This is a spot where you should really trust in your throwers, you know, making peels and going down the line. The other option is if you want to try a tick shot in this situation, you got to make sure your shooter's gone from play. So this is where, you know, when you're normally throwing tick shots with back 12 weight, you're probably going to want to throw more like a hack to board in that situation so that if you do make it, your shooter's gone. So for Fenson in this situation, really they want to try and flip the switch here. If they can get the game into a situation where they're lying 3 on the last rock, it's going to make a little bit of a nervy shot for the Kaufman team. Call here. They want to go around that top 12 rock. Try and sit another stone in the rings. Not 100% sure if that rock is on the rings yet or not. We'll get a closer look at the overhead when it comes in on the next screen here. Sam Strauss looking to bury around, and that's a great shot. You see Kaufman removes the super tight guard there. Does roll to the middle as a center guard, leaving a rock for Fenson to still use. Still is in a pretty useful spot, though, for Kaufman. They've got a short run to play it onto that red one. So the draw around just rubs off and is going to roll out into the open. Hard sweep, they rub the guard on the top and miss everything in the rings. Things are getting a little bit more interesting here in the 8th end. Fenson's going to ask for the center guard to protect his 2 shot stones in the rings. So just split that center line, make the high one harder to hit. If you can ever rope Kaufman into trying something in the back, you're liable to get some mistakes here. And there's an opportunity to make this last shot here hard for Team Kaufman. Talking about potentially making a play on the back one. Looks like they're going to settle on trying to run back that middle stone again. Again, you really want to just try and make sure you're going to have a shot on your last one. Something that's not too difficult. So removing that center guard is a good play. Ideally, if you can take something with it, that would be the perfect shot here. Four skip stones to come after this one here. See if Kaufman can make contact in the rings. The run back here. Just misses the one inside. It doesn't roll far enough to get out of the way of a potential draw path as well. Center guard will go back up. This is first of the skip stones for Riley Fenson. Has struggled with his draw weight this game. Really looking to find it here and maybe put some pressure on Kaufman and sneak out a win here late. This one hanging a little bit. Trevor Marquardt working on the sweep, trying to get this to move over as much as he can. It's a guard in play, but unfortunately it's not near where they wanted it. Top stone is open. Back stone is open with the out turn. while they talk about this here, just a quick rundown on the other games going out. Daniel Casper with a 10-0 win over Stephen Imes. Kevin Tuma up 5-4 on Wesley Wendling. Looks like the end number is not displaying there, right? I'm going to guess that's also in the 8th end. We've got Kim Rhyme, 8-2 winners over Megan Thompson on the women's side. Rachel Workin, 6-4 lead over Matt Hare. And Christine McMakin, 5-4 lead on Delaney Strauss. So it looks like the call here is going to be a dig out of the back stone. They're going to be throwing a little bit of weight at this. They want to make sure they remove it from play. Yeah, Jake Thurston on the sweep here. They cook it a little too much. It looks pretty good. Rolls underneath the red stone for shot stone. Going to leave Fenson a short run back to sit 2. But good news for Kaufman is that Aiden Oldenburg will not be looking at more than 2 on his last shot here for the win. Of course, Fenson needs to make this first in order to force that final shot. Really nice shot there out of Oldenburg, facing the dig on the last shot. A buried stone. Pressure moment here. A miss on that first stone would have really complicated this end for him and made it a challenging last shot. So now for Fenson, the opportunity is you really would love to find a way to hide these 2 stones. And if you can ever get there, you see him marking it here. Just hit about 7/8 off center. Run it back, try and get that shooter to hit half that back yellow, roll under cover. Your shooter will kick under the corner, and then you're going to be making Oldenburg throw a draw for the win on his last. Last stone of the 8th end here for Riley Fenson. Looking for a big shot to try and salvage something here against Team Kaufman. Trying to just cross the nose a little bit. Roll the shooter under the corner. Looks real close. Rock in the back holds on just enough. And it looks like it's going to force a draw from Aiden Oldenburg on his last here in the 8th end. Needs a good chunk of the 8-foot to outcount the back stone and get the win here. Here we go. Last rock, 8th end. Team Kaufman leads by 2. With Fenson lying 2 in the rings, he needs to hit the 8-foot to win the game. Sweepers are right off this. We got a bit of a port here to get through, but that thing's hanging, and it is going to wreck the guard. That will be a steal of 2 here for Team Fenson. And that means extra end here as we're going to bonus curling here in the opening draw of the Goldline US Open Contender. We're streaming live from Blaine, Minnesota. We'll be right back with the extra end, all even here. You know, Team Fenson has had their struggles, but you know, nothing like getting it back to square when you haven't played your best. You know, this is the type of team you want to watch out for. So we'll see if Fenson can try and find another point here. We're back here, extra end action from the Goldline US Open Contender. My name is Jerry Gertz of curlingzone.com. We'll be bringing you streaming coverage from Blaine all weekend long. We'll be hoping to add on some commentators from around the world as we work on our pandemic version of our live coverage from some amazing curling events we've all got going on here. First rock goes up as a center guard. The tick shot here now to come. And this one was a quality attempt here by Jake Thurston. Fenson's looking for the center guard back up in the middle again. Fenson playing with 3 this afternoon. Trevor Marquardt with lead stones, throwing 3. That center guard going up. Sam Strauss, the sweeper there, as you see. This is slightly different rules we have in place. 1 sweeper on the rock. The other sweeper is allowed to be in play, though. They can time, they can judge. The players have to keep some distance on the ice as well. And of course, as you see, everybody's in mass on the ice too, throwing, sweeping through the duration of the event, just to minimize the potential COVID virus that has been causing us a lot of challenges around the world. The attempted tick shot there the second time slides into the rings. Team Fenson looking for the tight center guard around their high center guard. Just doesn't quite curl as much as they were hoping, but it's still a rock in a good spot. It's going to force Kaufman into a double peel here. Last stone of the end for Nick Soto. Looks real good. Gets both reds moving on the middle. Oldenburg just urging the stone out. And it just gets out. Send is wide open for the Kaufman side. Center guard goes up and they peel it away. So Fenson will be looking for another center guard here. Just sort of a routine guard peel here. For Fenson, he sort of wants to kick the can down the road a little bit. He's got second shot stone, top of the rings there. And he's liable to play a hit on the back one on his last if he can. But until that point, he's going to need to sort of keep the play in the middle here. He's going to hope for a mistake. Talking about their options here. One more guard for Fenson. And if you're Team Kaufman, you really can't ignore this stone, so you have to peel it. So this is why, for Fenson, it's the obvious call. And up goes the center guard, and Aiden Oldenburg's going to go down to peel this one off. Soto on the sweep on the inside. They get enough of this. And it does roll far enough to get out of the way. Now here's the cat and mouse game. You want to nose hit it? Do you want to roll to the inside a little bit? Sit a little bit more of the forefoot? Or the other option, roll underneath the corner a little bit, force the draw. The decision really here comes down to whether you want your opponent throwing a draw or a hit on their last shot. Fenson's first of Skip Stones. Sorry, last stone here from Riley Fenson. Makes the hit, now lies two. And looks like Aidenberg's going to play the hit here for the win in the extra end. Needs to hold it fully in the circles to outcount the rock in the 12-foot. Sweeper's indicating there it's a little bit down. Jake Thurston going real hard on this. Trying to hold that line. Needs to hold it. Hold it. Just enough. And that's a single point for Team Kaufman as they win 8-7 over Riley Fenson here in an extra end at the Goldline U.S. Open Contender. We'd like to thank you for tuning in for our first draw here. It's been great to bring you some live curling. We're looking forward to be back once the draw settles out. We're scheduled for 4 p.m. Central Time, but it looks like we're going to be slightly delayed there. I know they're going to be working on a couple things at the club, so we will be back once the games are ready to go. We'll let you know. Be sure to check us out. We're streaming through Curling Zone's YouTube channel as well as our Facebook page. You can find us on both all weekend long. Be sure to like and follow Curling Zone on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you know when we're up next. It'll give you a notification as long as you check off that bell. Until then, thanks a lot, and everyone have a great afternoon, and we'll be back shortly.